CBSE Mathematics Chapter 16, Exercise 16.3, Question number 17 to 21. Let us start question number 17. Question number 17. A and B are events such that probability of A is 0.42, probability of B is 0.48, and probability of A and B is 0.16. Determine first the probability not A, second probability not B, and third probability A or B. सॉल्यूशन देखिए. Probability not A means that is probability of dash A, that will be equal to 1 minus probability of A, and probability of A is 0.42, so 1 minus 0.42, that will be equal to 0.58. This will be the answer. Now the second, the probability not B, that is probability of B dash, that will be equal to 1 minus probability of B, that is 1 minus 4.8, that will be equal to 0.52, and it will be the answer. Now probability of A and B, that is probability of A intersection B, and it is given, that is 0.16 given. So probability of A or B, that will be equal to probability of A union B, and it will be equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B by De Morgan's theorem. So 0.42 plus 0.48 minus 0.16, and it will be equal to 0.90 minus 0.16, and it is equal to 0.74, and this will be the answer. Now come to the question number 18. In a class 11th of a school, 40% of the students study mathematics and 30% study biology. 10% of the class study both mathematics and biology. If a student is selected at random from the class, find the probability that he will be studying mathematics or biology. Now you see, the probability of mathematics is 40 by 100, that is 4 by 10. Probability of biology, that is 30 by 100, and it will be equal to 3 by 10. So probability of mathematics intersection biology, that will be equal to 10 by 100, and it will be equal to 1 by 10. So probability of mathematics union biology, that will be equal to probability of mathematics plus probability of biology minus probability of mathematics intersection biology, that will be equal to 4 by 10 plus 3 by 10 minus 1 by 10, and it will be equal to 6 by 10, and it will further equal to 0.6. Here I have given the Venn diagram also. Mathematics 40%, the intersection of both mathematics and biology is 10%, and biology is 30%. Now come to the question number 19. In an entrance test that is graded on the basis of the two examinations, the probability of randomly chosen student passing the first examination is 0.8, and the probability of passing the second examination is 0.7. The probability of passing at least one of them is 0.95. What is the probability of passing both? We have to find it. Now let us proceed the solution of this question. देखिए वेन डायग्राम में फर्स्ट एग्जामिनेशन का है 0.8, सेकेंड एग्जामिनेशन का है 0.7, बोथ एग्जामिनेशन का दिखाया हुआ है इंटरसेक्शन में. सो probability of first intersection second, that will be equal to probability of first plus probability of second minus probability of first union second. It has been derived from the De Morgan's theorems. Just I have shifted the intersection to this side, and in place of the intersection I have brought it, that is union. So 0.8, 0.7 is given and 0.95. So it will be equal to 1.5 minus 0.95. It will be equal to 0.55, and this will be the required answer of this question. Now come to the question number 20. The probability that a student will pass the final examination in both English and Hindi is 0.5, and the probability of passing neither is 0.1. If the probability of passing the English examination is 0.75, what is the probability of passing the Hindi examination? अब देखिए यहाँ पर इंग्लिश को ई से रिप्रेजेंट किया हूँ, हिंदी को एच से. इंग्लिश का जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है 0.75 और दोनों का जो इंग्लिश इंटरसेक्शन हिंदी 0.5. सो नाउ प्रोसीड. प्रोबेबिलिटी नॉट ई एंड नॉट हिंदी, नॉट इंग्लिश, नॉट हिंदी, दैट इज 0.1. इट इज गिवन. सो from the De Morgan's theorem, probability of E dash intersection H dash will be equal to probability of E union H, means English union Hindi का bracket close का dash means complement, that will be equal to 0.1. Now in order to find the union probability of English union Hindi, that will be equal to 1 minus 0.1, and it will be equal to 0.9. Therefore, the probability of English union Hindi will be equal to probability of English plus probability of Hindi minus probability of English intersection Hindi. Here we have already worked out the probability of English union Hindi, that will be equal to 0.9. यहाँ पर देखिए, and probability of English that is given 0.75. Probability of Hindi is 0. Probability of Hindi is determined, and now the probability of English intersection Hindi, that is 0.5. Here it is mentioned here. Therefore, the probability of Hindi will be equal to 0.9 plus 0.5 minus 0.75. It will be equal to 1.4 minus 0.75, and further it will be equal to 0.65, and this will be the required answer. Now come to the question number 21. In a class of 60 students, 30 opted for NCC and 32 opted NSS and 24 opted for both NCC and NSS. If one of these students is selected at random, find the probability that student opted for NCC or NSS. So in the first case, second given part, the student has opted neither NCC nor NSS. Third, the student has opted NSS but not NCC. So number of NCC union NSS, that is 30 plus 32 minus 24, and it will be equal to 38. Therefore, the probability of NCC union NSS will be equal to 38 divided by 60, and it will be equal to 19 by 30. Then this will be the required answer. Now come to the second part. Student has opted neither NCC nor NSS, means dash means NCC का, not NCC, not NSS. तो मैं डैश लगाया हूँ. इन दोनों का यूनियन किसके बराबर होगा? NCC इंटरसेक्शन NSS का ब्रैकेट क्लोज के ऊपर डैश मीन्स कंप्लीमेंट. दैट विल बी इक्वल टू द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ NCC dash NSS, and it will be equal to probability of NCC intersection NSS bracket close dash, and it will be, देखो यहाँ पर हमने एक वर्कआउट किया है. So 1 minus 38 divided by 60, it will be equal to 60 minus 38 divided by 60, and it will be equal to 22 by 60. Now it will be equal to 11 by 30, and this will be the required answer. Sorry. Now let us proceed for this. Let E be the event. E be the event which represent the student has opted NSS but not NCC. That will be equal to NSS minus NCC intersection NSS. That will be equal to further 32 minus 24. मीन्स NSS हो सकता है, NCC नहीं हो सकता. हमने क्या किया है, वेन डायग्राम में देखिए 32 है, 32 में से 24 माइनस कर दोगे तो आपको केवल NCC आ जाएगा, पता NSS पता चल जाएगा. सो दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 8. सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ दिस इवेंट will be equal to 8 divided by 60, and it will be equal to 2 by 15, and this will be the required answer.